Hey coaches, what's going on? It is Coach Tim here with another video, guys, and I got a really good one for you today. I'm going to be talking about defense. I'm going to talk about what defense I run and how we kind of dominate games and just really control the clock with our defense. And you know, my belief is behind every really good offense is a very good, dependable defense, guys. So I'm going to talk about what I run and how you can even run it as well to really shut down a lot of different offenses, guys. And before I get into this video, do me a solid, like and subscribe to my channel, guys. You'll be doing me a solid. And when you subscribe, guys, go ahead and download my free beast formation playbook, guys. That's my gift to you. It's going to be the second link below, guys. And with that playbook, I averaged over 35 points per game with an undefeated season, guys, and won the championship 2 years ago before COVID shut us down. So guys, make sure you download that playbook. So let's get into this video, guys. We're going to talk about a little defense. Y'all know I'm an offensive-minded coach. Y'all, about 90% of my videos is all about running the beast formation, how you can dominate games, running power offensive schemes, things of that nature. But one thing I don't talk about enough is how dominant our defenses is, okay? Usually with my defenses, we're usually the number one or number two defense in the league, okay? And I think it's going to be a good idea for me to kind of start with what type of defense I've ran in the past and how I kind of evolved, okay? So when I first started coaching youth football, I always stuck with a 4-4 defense, okay, guys? I love 4-4 because you can shift kids in and out of the box. You can have them stunt. You can create a lot of confusion. But over time, teams began to adjust to our defensive scheme regardless of what we did with the 4-4. So instead of us allowing only, 7 points a game or something like that, teams began to kind of score and adjust on us. So what I did was, guys, about 3 to 4 years ago, I switched to more of a 6-2 defense, okay? And what I love about the 6-2 defense is that, number one, you can control the line of scrimmage. Once you occupy those tackles and those like key blockers like tight ends and guards, and then you free up those linebackers and even free up your cornerbacks to kind of be seen as ball hawks, it's going to do a lot of damage to offenses that love to run like different spread concepts and things of that nature. Because one thing I do is we line up in like a 6-2 base set, and we do this to really control the edge, okay, guys? We like to control the edge, and we like to focus in on the quarterback and the running back, okay? We like to focus in on that because guess what? What is proven analytically is that youth football teams are going to try to run to the outside about 80% of the time. So what we do is we make sure we have our defensive ends focused on that running back and that quarterback at all times, no matter what. And what we do with our middle linebackers is we free those guys up. In a sense, they're like strong safeties for us. They help with the flow. They flow to the ball. They help clean up on tackle plays. But also, if teams line up in a spread set, they kind of go in more of a zone for us instead of, kind of going into a panic mode, not really knowing what to do. They go into a zone, and we kind of play somewhat of a cover 3 to go against a lot of these spread teams. Because, a lot of spread teams, they like to kind of spread out, and then they'll try to like run and kind of, I guess, guys, like the advantage of being an offensive coach, you know what other teams are going to do on offense. So, if a team's running spread, they may try to run a jet or they try to gut us in the middle. But what we do with our concept with our middle linebackers is that they'll go kind of in a free safety mode, but they're still in a position to help with the flow and the cleanup. All right, guys. Another thing that happens is our defensive ends, no matter what's going on, their assignment is to attack that quarterback or that running back, no matter what. They're always blitzing, okay? And they're always wide to the outside. So let's say, for example, if we're playing against an offense that's running shotgun, and let's say they have 2 wide receivers lined up on the right side, and then one wide receiver to the left. So basically 2 by 1 set. And what I do is, whoever that slot receiver is, I tell my defensive end to line up on the outside of that guy at all times. Because what we realized is that slot receiver, usually their job is to crack block down on that defensive end and try to seal the edge. Well, we call their bluff. We dare them to try to pass the ball instead. And what we're thinking is they're trying to crack down on our guy at all times. So what our defensive end job is to do, to line up about a half a yard on the outside shoulder of that slot receiver, and they're going to just blitz around that guy. And guys, my defensive end caused so much damage because basically that slot receiver is not able to do anything in terms of sealing the edge. We dominate and control the edge at all times, and that's the game changer with running the 6-2. Usually in the 4-4, you can shift guys, but they still get caught up in the box, and so we was vulnerable with a lot of jet sweeps and toss sweeps, especially with teams that are fast. So guys, I strongly recommend, if you're running a 4-4 or a 3-5 stack or a 5-3, try to give that 6-2 a chance, okay, guys? And the 6-2 is definitely great if you have players that are 6U, 7U, 8U, all the way up really to 12U. I would go with the 6-2. When we ran the 6-2 about 2 years ago, we was the number 2 defense in the league. I still wasn't fully happy because we were still allowing teams to put up like 21 points, 14 to 21 points on us per game. The only thing was our offense was so dynamic. We was putting up 35 plus points per game. I mean, and technically that was the lowest that, we would put up on the board. Usually we'd be in the 40s during these games, guys. So guys, what I would recommend doing is to implement a 6-2 base defense, blitz your defensive ends at all time with your defensive tackles, line them up in the C gap, have them blitz in, have them targeting that QB at all times, guys. And then with your nose guards, have them line up in the A gap, have them always blitzing, trying to get to that quarterback, okay? And just cause disruptions. Because my thing is, and what I teach my guys to do is, we want to force their running backs back on the inside to our monsters, okay? We want to force those guys back into our monsters, and we want to eliminate the running game, and we want to force them to try to beat us in the air, okay? We want to basically cripple their offense and force them to pass the whole game, because if they beat us passing, they deserve to win the game, because we're going to put up so many points running the beast formation and if they beat us with passing, they deserve to win. They must be a Big Ten team or Oklahoma or somebody like that who's really good at passing if they're going to beat us. But we want to cripple these teams, and that's the goal, guys. So that's it with this video, guys. I just wanted to give you kind of a high view of what I run and how I run it. I still run the 4-4 as well, guys. I didn't just do away with the 4-4, but 6-2 is what we run primarily now, okay, guys? And so if you like this video, guys, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel, guys. If you have any questions, if you want me, check this out. If you want me to talk more about my defense in depth, hit that like button, guys. If I can get, let's just start off with 50 likes. If I get 50 likes, I'll focus in a little bit more on my 6-2 Reaper defense, guys, and give you guys a little bit more in depth. I'll even make the playbook. Guys, if you want me to make a Reaper defense playbook for you guys and make that available to you, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, guys. Subscribe to my channel, all right? And guys, again, this is Coach Tim. Remember, be great, have fun, and beast out. Peace.